Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe on the go.
Jen, we haven't been going much this past week. So, you wanted to start the video by saying what?
I wanted to apologize to all of you who have been watching and our lack of videos this last week and a half. We've just been really busy with stuff at home, but don't worry, we are going to Florida a week from Tuesday. Today is currently Sunday, July 9th.
July 9th.
We leave on the 18th, so it's just over a week away.
Yep, we're down to single digits. It's 9 days away.
This trip seems like it was planned forever ago.
Well, it's been so long. We haven't been to Florida since September.
I know.
It's been months and months and months and
I think
months
this is the longest we've ever gone between Disney trips. And probably 20 years plus.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been a long stretch. Now, granted, well, at least we're consistent with what we've said. It's like, yeah, you know, we need a break. Well, we took a break. And we went to Mexico.
You know what?
But...
Now I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. I am, actually.
I'm, like, really excited.
Yeah. Not only to get to be in the Disney bubble, but just to see everybody. You know, we're going to see family in St. Pete, Tampa, and then all of our friends and family in Orlando when we get to Orlando. So it's more than just going to Disney. We're going to see people that we really care about, that we really want to see. So it's going to be fun.
And this trip kind of came about because I wanted to go for my birthday.
Yeah.
And then all of our friends decided that that would be a great time for them to go. And it really worked out. And I'm so excited and so looking forward to seeing everyone.
Yeah, so am I.
So if you want to skip to the Disney portion of this pre-trip report, you might want to fast forward a couple minutes as we get through the St. Pete part.
No, you want to hear the St. Pete part too.
I think you should. I think you should pay attention to the St. Pete part because we're going to be doing some new and different things.
Yeah.
Well, things that we haven't shown you that we've done before.
Yeah, but not for video.
Yeah.
Also, this past week, we celebrated 4th of July.
We did.
America's Independence Day. But what else do we celebrate?
We celebrated two more things. We celebrated our YouTube anniversary. It's been
4 years.
4 years on the YouTube.
Yep.
And we celebrated our wedding anniversary, our 16th wedding anniversary.
Yep.
So if I had a glass of champagne, I would cheers you.
I know.
Which I do have in the refrigerator. I could technically go get a glass.
I'm a little tired today, so I wasn't in the mood for whiskey just yet.
I get it.
Yeah, I might need a nap. I might need a little nappy nap after I edit this video. So don't screw up, so I don't have to cut anything.
Okay.
You could just publish as it is. Just boop,
okay.
boop, boop.
So anyway, we leave on Tuesday, July 18th.
What are we doing in this video? Do we even say what we're doing in this video?
Yeah, so we're doing a pre-trip report.
It's a pre-trip report?
Right.
Did you actually say that?
And I even said, if you don't want to hear about the St. Pete part, you can go on to wait to the Disney part.
Pre-trip. It's a pre-trip video.
Yes.
We're going to talk to you about what we're doing on our trip.
What we have planned. But plans are subject to change depending on weather, depending on drunkenness.
I think most definitely plans for Tuesday, July 25th. That's definitely subject to change.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder why.
Well, actually, more like July 26th, the day after.
Oh, yeah, because you might be a little hungover. Okay. Well, anyway, let's move on and get this ball rolling.
So we are flying out of Chicago Midway Airport Tuesday, July 18th. By the grace of God, we have an afternoon flight, which means we can sleep in, take our time getting to the airport, do all the things, and not have to get up at the crack of dawn like we did for Mexico.
Right, exactly.
That was a really long day.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So when we get to Florida, we don't really have a lot to do. We're gonna we don't even really know where we're staying at this point. We were either staying with Joe's parents or we're staying at their condo, but that's a whole other story for another time. But
we'll see.
Tuesday we're just gonna be hanging out, chilling,
relaxing. By the time we get there, it'll be dinner time. So it's just you get to my mom's and eat. It's what we normally do when we're at my mom's. We eat.
Yeah.
I eat way too much.
So Wednesday, July 19th, we have plans to drive over to Anna Maria Island, which is about an hour south with traffic. Used to be much quicker, but Anna Maria Island has really gained traction in the last 10 plus years and has gotten really crowded. If I remember correctly, there's only one lane going in and one lane going out after you go over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. It's a beautiful drive.
Yeah, I think it depends which way you go once you get over the bridge, but I'm sure you're really looking forward to that bridge.
No, I don't really like that bridge, so yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll probably vlog that, but we're going to have lunch at the Sandbar, which is a place I've been going to since I was a little kid. It has changed menus and owners many different times. I'm just really excited to go back.
Yeah, it's something that you've wanted to do for a while. The last time we were there was actually in 2013. It's been 10 years since the last time we went to the Sandbar. We've gone several times. It's just really cool because it's right on the beach.
Yeah.
Beautiful views. The last time that we went was with your sister and your parents, and it was during sunset. It was really very nice. That was actually very cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a special trip. But anyway, so yeah, we got that, and we're going to kind of hang out in Anna Maria Island a little bit that day.
Yeah,
so,
do the things. Thursday, July 20th, we're going to go to a place called Whiskey Joe's. We're going to visit during happy hour. Very excited about that. This is a new to Joe and myself thing to do.
Yeah.
We're hoping to bring Joe's mom and dad if they'd like to come. But that's going on the 3rd. And the days that we're in St. Pete, we're mostly going to be swimming or going to the beach. It'll be pool beach, maybe both in a day, just relaxing. So when we do go out to eat, we're going to share that with you.
Yeah. And this is a place my parents have been to it. They liked it. It's closer to the Tampa airport, so we're going to check it out because we have not been there before.
We haven't. And a couple years ago, well, maybe, was it last year? Or 2 years ago? We tried to get reservations and they were mobbed. There wasn't anything for like the whole week we were there.
Yeah.
Remember?
I think it was I do remember.
So we already have that reservation. So then Friday, that's going to be more of just swimming, relaxing, nothing set in stone. But then Saturday, July 22nd, we are checking into the Vinoy in downtown St. Pete. It is a resort we have visited before. Joe will maybe link that video in the description below. There may be a few videos from that trip. It just went through a huge refurbishment, and we are excited to see all the changes because they've added a coffee bar, they've added a couple restaurants.
They've redone the whole lobby from the sounds of it. The Vinoy is an old hotel. It's same
historic.
As the Don Cesar, which is on St. Pete Beach. Vinoy is in downtown St. Pete. And a lot of renovations over the years, depending upon what stage it was in, you know, and Marriott owns it, so they wanted to kind of rehab it a little bit, refurbish things a little bit. It's part of their autograph collection, I think. So it'll be nice to get to see what it looks like and just get to experience that again for the evening. Yeah, so when we stayed before, we stayed in the newer section.
Yes.
This time we know we're going to have a room
in the historic
section, which is supposed to be haunted.
Which I hope our room hallway area is not. I hope the ghosts stay somewhere else.
It might be kind of cool.
No.
Yeah, it might be fun.
No.
Yeah.
It won't.
I did a tour when we stayed at the Don Cesar. I did a tour of that hotel a few years ago.
Because that hotel is haunted too.
Yeah, I was about to say that they talked specifically about different experiences in that hotel. So, yeah, anyway.
Okay, so now we get to the good stuff. So
now we get to Disney.
Yes.
Sunday morning,
we are leaving bright and early. It used to be about an hour and 15-minute drive. Now it can be 2 hours plus.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, depending on the day.
Sunday morning early will be a little easier.
Right. So we are going to be checking into the beautiful Destino Tower, one of our favorite resorts on Disney property.
At Coronado Springs.
If you have not stayed there, it's got a deluxe feel at a moderate price range.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I really like that hotel a lot. We've had a good time there. I mean, we've actually had really good memories of that place.
I like it because the rooms are
bigger.
They feel bigger.
They are bigger.
And we are staying in the tower. We aren't staying in the regular section.
Just, tower. Yeah, the rooms are definitely bigger, and they're really nice. They really are.
We are planning on getting there so early that we are going to stop at the coffee bar downstairs, and it is called...
We didn't write it down. What's the name of the coffee bar there?
It's the something lounge. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to be having coffee at Destino Tower.
Tune into that video when we're actually there. We'll tell you the name of it.
I know, for some reason I'm blanking, but then we do have breakfast reservations, more like brunch reservations.
Is it still called brunch, or is it brunch, or is it...
I think it did go back to brunch. On the board it says brunch, but the servers refer to it as brunch.
Still as brunch.
Yes. We are going to head over to the Grand Floridian Cafe, where we are having lunch with one of our good friends, Jen from Fun and Fancy Free Floridians, and Joe will link that channel in the description below.
You're causing more work for me, dear.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. Then we have plans that night at a new to us restaurant.
Yep.
We are going to head over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge and have dinner with friends at Jico.
Yep.
This is the only signature restaurant in all of Disney besides Victoria and Albert's and Chef Paul that we have not dined at.
Is Chef Paul even open yet?
It is.
They did
it is.
open it
As a
in
matter of
Epcot.
fact, if you cancel less than 24 hours of that reservation, you do get charged
Is it
for the
Chef
whole...
Paul or Chez Paul?
I think it's pronounced Chez Paul.
Yeah. I think it's
But you
Paul.
do get charged for the whole reservation.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess, you know what? If you're
It's a prefixed menu. You can add on a wine pairing to it.
Well, if you're going to make the reservation, you're pretty serious about going because it is a pricier, same as Victoria and Albert's. It's a pricey one. But Jico, we haven't had the opportunity to eat there. You know, we've stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're probably going to go to Victoria Falls for a drink before. But that dinner, we're meeting up with Carrie and Jason and Casey, who we just saw here in the Chicago area a couple weeks ago. So we're looking forward to that.
And Melinda and Ryan, our good
That's
friends,
right.
will
They're
be there
joining
too.
us too.
Yes,
Yeah, they're going to be there that night.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so very, very cool. Yes.
Okay, so like Joe said, we may pop into Victoria Falls, which is the bar lounge in Animal Kingdom Lodge, located upstairs from Boma. So Boma's directly underneath it, and Boma's next to Jico.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's there right there.
Yeah.
So you got Victoria Falls and then Boma and Jico are right next to each other.
Yes. Okay, so you know what? It is so hot in here. I'm dying. We have to open that door. Like, there is no circulation in this room. But you don't even have to cut that out. I'm just going to pop over to the door and open the door because it is like 100 degrees outside and I'm dying.
Turn the fan up. It's really not 100 degrees outside. If you're dying now, just wait till we get to Florida. Florida has been the devil's playground.
It really has.
It's been like heat index in St. Pete of like 104, and that it's usually not that in St. Pete because you have the tropical breeze coming through. That's Orlando.
Oh my God, that just feels so much better.
All right.
I felt like I was dying. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you are getting older, dear. It's just that time of life, I guess. What? Okay, moving on next.
Okay, that brings us to Monday, July 24th, and we are going to start the day with breakfast at Olivia's. If you have not been there, it's located in the Old Key West Resort.
If you don't know anything about Olivia's, you're not watching our videos. I mean, how many times have we been there?
It's one of those hidden gem places, doesn't get enough love and support, and we are meeting our good friends Stacy and Paul from the Disney Romantics.
Yay!
Yes.
Gosh, we haven't seen them. I mean, it's been over a year. We saw them last year, and
in May.
we see them? We saw them in May for dinner, but we were going to go to their house, and we.
That's right, because Riley was born.
Yeah. But still, gotta make up for some lost time here, kids. I mean, we haven't been down there in a while, so.
This is also going to be a day of eating because in the afternoon we have reservations at Beaches and Cream because Joe and I are dying for the No Way Jose Sunday.
Okay, I just need to say that when I bought this shirt, it fit a little better. It's feeling a little like I'm not bringing this shirt with on vacation, Jen. I like this shirt. It's a Tommy Bahama, and it looks nice.
It is very stylish. It's the Tiki Room.
It's stylish and also another S word. Snug.
Snug.
Ugh.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
so Joe needs to go back on whatever to just watch what he's eating when we get back after this trip because Yikes.
Okay, so for dinner, we have plans
Salad?
to dine at
no.
the Kona Cafe in the Polynesian.
Yeah.
This is a place that we said we would never go back to after dinner there a few years ago, where our service was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But we're going to give it a chance because it's gotten some great reviews since it had been rehabbed.
Yeah.
And we also are planning on watching the fireworks from Happily Ever After on the Polynesian beach, since we will already be there for dinner.
Right. Will we have enough room on the beach to actually see the fireworks, since some of the beach is actually taken up now by some big concrete monstrosity?
Man, that's just so awful. But that's
I'm going to reserve judgment until we get there, but the videos that I've seen of this new DVC that they're adding on the beach at Polynesian.
Yeah, it just looks like they stuck an apartment building on the beach, but again, that's a video for another time because we're trying to keep this uplifting and positive.
Yes.
Okay, so that brings us to Tuesday, July 25th, which is my birthday. And the whole reason this trip came about.
Today, Jenny.
Jenny. Carrie, thanks for that. Okay.
I love that.
So we are going to start the day with lunch at Chef Art Smith's. Disney Springs right now is doing a Flavors of Florida menu at all of the Disney restaurants and quick service locations, and there is a shrimp cocktail that I am dying to get my hands on.
Yeah.
So that's where we are going to start the day, unless we get there early and stop at Gideon's for a cold brew, which
we're
could
probably
happen.
going to have to do. Well, we've seen, a lot of different videos on the Taste of Florida that these different restaurants are doing, and some of them, some of what they've shown, some of these places have something just excellent.
I think we've been watching other vloggers and
Nate and Jackie, and who else has done stuff? I know we've seen Nate and Jackie's. But still, they've got all sorts of stuff going on at Disney Springs for the Flavors of Florida. And it goes until...
It's July 1st through August 13th.
13th? Oh, I thought it was mid-August.
I'm really excited, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to hang out in Disney Springs that day.
And dinner that night is going to be at Topolino's. But before dinner, Joe and I are going to do a little bar crawl between the Banana Cabana Bar at the Caribbean Beach Resort, because we've never been.
And we could take the Skyliner from Riviera to...
No.
Oh, we're going to walk it?
We can...
Wait, can we take the Skyliner too? No, we can't. We're going to walk it.
You cannot take the Skyliner from the Riviera to the Caribbean Beach.
No,
there's a walking path.
Wait.
You can take the Skyliner from the Riviera or Caribbean Beach to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, but you cannot take it between resorts.
Yeah, so if we went, we'd have to do a transfer to get to Caribbean Beach. That's right. So we were just going to walk.
No, it doesn't even... You can't... I don't even... You
can't transfer?
No, I don't think you can between the Riviera and the Caribbean Beach. You just kind of walk.
No. Okay.
They're two different stations.
Yeah, but okay. Well, I was a little
Maybe
confused.
you can.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. We're going to walk, which is
walk.
probably a good thing.
Is it though? Because the last time I was at Riviera, not the last time, but I remember that time at Riviera where walking was very difficult for me.
I think that was another one of my birthday trips.
It might have been. I know it was during COVID, and I remember looking up, and
it was because we stayed at Beach Club.
Yeah, that's right. We did. That was actually that was a good one.
One minute Joe was there, and the next he was on his face.
Yeah, I know. So.
Anyway, I'm really excited to go back to Topolino's for dinner. It's been a hot minute since we've been there, and they've added a few things to the menu.
Yeah. The last time we went
to
Topolino's for dinner was with Carrie and Jason.
It was.
And we're going to meet them again there for dinner. Carrie and Jason.
And our last reservation of our September trip was at Topolino's for breakfast.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to do Banana Cabana. And then also Bar Riva right there at Riviera.
If you've not been to Bar Riva at the Riviera Resort, it is another hidden gem. Yeah. Great food, great drinks, good pours.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so that brings us to Wednesday, July 26th.
Well, hold on. If we go back to Tuesday, July 25th, there's one part of that day that you're missing.
Which is?
It's your birthday.
It is. So I said that though.
I know. But the question is, for your birthday, is it going to be... a day that will remind certain people of your birthday from 2020? Is it possible competition for the best birthday ever.
That was the best birthday ever.
Yeah, so we'll see if this one is going to...
Perhaps Joe will link that video in the description below.
Why
it was
not?
the birthday debauchery video
Again,
at Cali Grill.
if you've been watching us, you've probably seen this video and you've heard us talking about it. But yeah, so we'll see if this year's birthday is going to come close to that one. Stay tuned.
It could, because we're with Carrie and Jason again.
And yeah, it's, who knows what else is going to happen that night. So anyway.
Okay, so it's a good thing we can sleep in on Wednesday, July 26th, but we do have lunch reservations at Steakhouse 71, another favorite of ours. If you've not been to Steakhouse 71, highly recommend it.
Yep.
And then we do have 2 dinner reservations that night, because I'm not sure which one we're going to keep, but we do have dinner at Narcoossee's booked, and we do have dinner at the Maya Grill booked. The reason I haven't canceled Narcoossee's yet is because I'm thinking we should just keep it for dessert. So again, we have another opportunity to watch Happily Ever After. Not really thrilled with the new menu at Narcoossee's since their renovation, but I would like to go in and see the renovation for myself.
Yeah. So that's kind of... Maya Grill is at Destino Tower, or at Coronado Springs. In Destino Tower.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're back and forth on that one, so we'll see. Stay tuned on that.
We might keep both. We might just pop into Maya Grill and get a margarita and some nachos.
Yeah, and then go to
head over to
Narcoossee's.
for
Do
dessert.
that, because we want to have drinks at Enchanted Rose. So
Yeah,
do
that's
that and watch
another
the
thing we may
fireworks.
do, since we haven't been to Enchanted Rose in a hot minute. Actually,
We haven't been anywhere in a hot minute.
I'm so excited for this trip. I just can't even tell you. So that brings us to Thursday, July 27th, where we are checking out of the beautiful Destino Towers, but checking in.
We're not leaving Disney yet.
We're not, because this was the special add-on. We are checking into the Wilderness Lodge.
So we had everything set, and Destino Tower was it. We were checking out Thursday, going back to St. Pete. But Jen kept on saying, you know, should we? Do you want to? Can we? Like, do whatever you want to do.
Well, what happened was we are meeting up with our friend Molly Dolly at the Wilderness Lodge on July 27th for an early lunch at Geyser Point. And we decided just to add on the day because Timmy was able to get us park passes for Hollywood Studios. For those of you who don't know, our son Tim is a CM at the Magic Kingdom, and we were not planning any parks this trip, but I was able to snag a reservation at Roundup Rodeo at Hollywood Studios, a new Toy Story themed restaurant. It's a barbecue place. I really like to try it, so I got the reservation. Tim got the park passes. We got the hotel reservation, so it just kind of all came together nicely.
Yeah.
So later that day, we will be heading into Hollywood Studios. We are not going to go over there until an hour or so before our dining reservation. Hope to get in one ride, eat, and then spend a couple hours in the park at night.
So depending on how it's going to go in a couple of weeks, the parks have been a little less crowded lately. The attendance has been kind of down, so wait times have been less for a lot of these rides. So we're hoping that we'll be able to knock out, you know, the big ones. We want to do Mickey Minnie, we want to do Rise of Resistance, we want to do Slinky Dog if we can,
and Toy Story Mania.
Right, so I know that's one of your
I'm
favorites.
thinking we can definitely knock off Toy Story Mania an hour before dinner.
Easily, I think.
And I think we're going to try a hack from our friends Hemphilly Ever After, Kayla and Mark Allen. They have said to try Rise of the Resistance a minute before park closing, which is true. Any of the Disney parks will let you enter a ride queue up to a minute before park closing. So we're going to try that. Hopefully the ride won't break down. Hopefully it's running. Hopefully it'll be a shorter wait, but we're going to try it.
But if we get through these other rides, and it's like the other day, it was
20 minutes at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Was it that short? I was going to say at one point I looked and saw it was 40. But even so, 40 minutes to wait for Rise of the Resistance, I'm there.
I know.
You know, we waited, I think one of the shortest waits we had, outside of just being able to get in because of whatever, you know, VIP tour we're doing. And even with the virtual queue, when we got the virtual queue for it, we had to wait a little bit.
We never did a virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance because you would have had to pay for that, and I'm not about that.
No. Before they did the paying thing.
That was just you could walk up. You could just walk in. We didn't do a virtual queue. We were just able, it was before, at one point they got rid of the virtual queue and you were able to just
Yeah, when we walked up, it was an hour wait.
And then we were able to get on it again because it was an hour wait. So we did it two times in a row.
Yeah. But no, prior to charging, you had to get the virtual queue, and I've done that. Because I was there in the morning in the park trying to get on the stupid app on the phone, trying to get a boarding group for it. So, that was before they were charging for it.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
You're right about one thing in this video.
So that brings us to Friday, July 28th, where we are sadly checking out of the Wilderness Lodge. But before we head back to St. Pete, we do have breakfast booked at Topolino's. I think it's a great way to say goodbye to Disney and have a breakfast, a good quality breakfast with
really
the
good.
characters.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Yep.
They have changed it up a bit. Before it was you could order anything you wanted, as much as you wanted off the menu. Now it is limited to you get your drink, you get your entree, and if you want anything extra, you do have to pay for it.
Oh, they changed that? I didn't know they changed that.
Did.
So it's no more all you can eat, get trays and trays of stuff.
Nope.
Let me ask you this. Do they still serve those gooseberries?
I don't know. That's a good question. I hope not, because those are gross.
Disgusting.
Ew.
Actually, I said that to Snow White when I saw her after I tried the gooseberry. And I said, Snow, what are you doing? Why are you making gooseberry pie? Have you had a gooseberry? It's disgusting.
No, it wasn't a gooseberry pie. It was just a gooseberry on the fruit
I know,
tray.
but Snow White makes gooseberry pie.
She does.
Right? So I was asking her, how can you make gooseberry pie? Because gooseberries are disgusting. And she said she uses a lot of sugar.
And I can see why you would do that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
so
anyway. Then we're gonna we have the treacherous drive back to St. Pete, and I do say treacherous because I-4 is a mess. I don't know what they can do to change that.
People stop moving to Florida. Less traffic.
Yeah, it's bad. If you've not done it, it's
crazy.
so horrendous now. There is an accident.
There are other ways we could
every
take,
day.
but it would take us a lot longer to get to. But whatever, anyway.
So, Saturday, July 29th, we are actually going to go to Wesley Chapel, which is a little bit north of Tampa, to have lunch with my sister, her husband Todd, and our niece Gia.
Yay.
Looking forward to that. Yay. Sunday, July 30th, we are going to head over to Indian Rocks Beach and have either a late lunch, early snacky before dinner at VIP. It is a bar in St. Pete.
Well, a bar Mexican restaurant.
Right. And it just recently opened a second location, so we're going to go to the new location to check it out because it is on the water.
Yeah. It's Indian Rocks Beach, which is north of St. Pete, but not as far up as Clearwater.
Yes.
So it's before Clearwater, but they have a location there. So we're going to take a little drive up there, right on Gulf Boulevard,
and that leads us to Monday, July 31st. We are going to head over to the Toasted Monkey, which is another beach bar for drinks and a snack.
That's in St. Pete Beach, so that's further south.
We are going to try the Rasta Kana Bar on Central in downtown St. Pete. Not going to say what it is.
Don't say what that is.
But very excited for it.
Rasta Kana on Central in St. Pete.
If you know, you know.
Or if you look it up, you'll know.
And then, unfortunately, Tuesday, August 1st, we have an early flight back to Chicago.
So talking about early flights, we ended up taking that one.
Because it was insanely inexpensive.
Yeah, and we just figured we'll get home early so that way we can just kind of, unpack and recoup and whatever because I have to work the next day. So I've got a full 2 weeks off of work. I cannot.
It's going to be so nice for
Oh
you.
my God, I can't even imagine.
So all plans are subject to change based on weather, based on how much we drink, whether or not we have to sleep in a little later because we are a little bit hungover.
Yeah, well.
We are also hoping to see the besties. The besties will be in Disney the same time we are, but they are going to be with their family. So the time with them may be limited, but we are really hoping to meet up with them at some point.
Well, I know I did say I'm going to text Steve one of the mornings. He's usually up very early.
He gets up at like 5.
I'm going to meet up with him for coffee one of the days. We're staying at Testino Tower, and they're staying at
the
Contemporary. Yeah, so I figure I'm just going to drive over, and we can have coffee right there at the Contemporary lobby. So I'm hoping to do that one of the mornings.
So Steve and Ariane, if you're watching, we really are hoping we can see you, but we understand if our paths aren't able to cross because family does come first.
We're family.
We are. That's true, Joe. We are family.
We'll see him. I feel confident.
I feel confident
feel
too.
confident.
I would be very surprised if we did.
Yeah, I know. Come on, seriously.
So
All right.
anyway, we are so excited for this trip. I think we needed the Disney break to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
And to fall in love with it all over again. We did have a really great trip in May and September. May we were a little burnt out from Disney still. September did bring back the magic. And I think because I'm having such FOMO that this is going to be a special trip.
So I think really if you look at where our attitude has been and how it kind of progressed, COVID changed a lot. But even with that, we took advantage of the low attendance, lower crowds. And it wasn't until the 50th, when you hit October of 2021, that's when things started really going downhill. And it's the crowds came back, and that's when you really, really felt the price gouging and how you were not getting, not just as much as you got before, but just not getting your value for the money, and just so many more people. So if you look from October of 21 to September of 22, so that 11 months, yeah, it just kind of started kind of grinding on us. There were still some good things about it, but it was definitely good to have that break. And September did help to rejuvenate us a little bit and kind of make things a little better. Especially in September, we stayed at Wilderness Lodge at concierge level. So
did.
It was a really, really nice visit.
And I'm so excited to see Happily Ever After again. I'm praying that it doesn't rain one of the 2 nights that we are going to be at a Magic Kingdom resort, because it's something I really want to see.
Yeah. We need to get back to the park so you could actually see it in the park. But with that, that's crowds and everything else. But I know how much you like that. I like that one too. We got good memories with that one. Yeah.
I love Wishes, but Happily Ever After just pulls at my heartstrings.
Yeah, Enchanted was whatever.
So we will try to get one more video up before we leave.
Enchantment. Yeah, I said Enchantment. Yeah, I was thinking Amy Adams.
We will try to get in one more video, a type of pack with me video. I can't promise that that's going to happen because we do have a lot coming up this next week before we leave, but you can count on a ton of videos coming your way, a ton of live updates, a ton of shorts. Starting next Tuesday.
We'll have stuff up
July
every
18th.
day. Every day we'll have stuff going up while we're there for that 2-week period.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we'll have, the slew of the videos that we'll be working on. So back to it, dear. Back to it.
So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action, because we are finally going back to Disney
Got a
World.
lot coming up.
So excited.
We do. I know. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's going to be nice. It'll be a nice break. It'll be nice to get away.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to
see our
friends and family. The only thing is that I'll miss Riley.
I will too.
We'll be away from Riley for 2 weeks.
It's a long time. She'll probably forget us.
That's a long time. She won't forget us. Are you kidding? That kid, oh my gosh, she's just ridiculous. We're going to be gone. She's probably going to be walking by the time we get back.
I know. She walks on her knees right now. It's really funny.
It's so funny.
I've never seen a little kid do that.
Yeah, I know. She's funny. She's able to communicate with grunts and pointing and a little bit of sign language. So
yeah, and she's so tiny. She's so petite that we think her feet are just so little that she can't quite balance on them yet.
Yeah. So she'll get there.
So anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day. Bye.